Hey family, we are live, broadcasting live. This is the Conversation Room 101. Make sure it's only adults in the house. I need your mind to be open, prepared, and relaxed. Welcome to our home. Take your shoes off. We got some rules we need to go over. Be kind. No cursing in the chat. If you want to curse, call in. And no shouting out other channels. That's a no-no. We got one other rule. There is no judging our guests. It will not be permitted. Zero tolerance. And if so, you want to do that, guess what? We got security. And we will escort you out. Because over here, hashtag we don't care. We're going to be one big family. We're going to laugh together sometimes. We're going to cry. But we definitely going to pray. I thank the Lord above for everything. I lift him up and give him the glory. But you guys, right now, we're going to get our popcorn. And then we're going to see what's going on. And let me just park my car. And I'll be in there in a minute. I'll see you real soon.
The Copyright Disclaimer Act. The Copyright Disclaimer Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Do you want to know? Well, I've been thinking about you, and I think I have to listen, because the sun is up, it's a beautiful day. My beginning will be
Along
as
the
bright
tower,
as the
the missing
sun.
in Savannah.
And as you come around, and it feels so good, it's like luck is raining on me. Go and follow your heart, doesn't matter how far. There is so much love to give, something's telling me this time. Baby, baby, now I know. Baby, baby, gotta go. There is so much love to give, something's telling me it's right. When you came to me, oh I knew it's you, yeah, boy.
Where is Cody?
Hey family, how's everybody doing? Come on in the chat tonight. You guys, let's just talk a little bit. I want to say hi. I want to give a shout out. Sanja was in the building first. Thank you, Sanja, for coming on in. That's one of my mods, you guys. Miss Diddy's in the building. Nancy's in the building. Hey, she said, I felt it. Yeah, I've just been chilling. So, I said, well, hey, Goddess, how you doing? Everybody make sure you hit the like button. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And let's get a crack-a-lackin'. You guys, you understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying, you guys? We're gonna make sure, let me see here. I won't see for a minute, but I want to share some information with you because my phone don't hold so much information, so therefore I got to get it out there so I can put the new in. I've got something to share, but I went across it. I didn't save it at the time that I was supposed to save it. You guys know how that is. And so I gotta find it again and put it on out there. But she says, you're more than welcome. Hey family. Hey Goddess, how you doing? Hey Nancy. Nancy's in the building. Nancy LaRose. You guys, thank you guys for showing on up. You guys know. You know I've been going over videos all morning, and this is my last day off. So, you know, you'll see me for maybe 30 minutes tomorrow. And so, you know, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know. But anyway, you guys, I want you guys to just think, we're talking about the Naziah, we're talking about Naziah case, you guys. Naziah Harris. And I want you guys to just understand there's a reason why I want to share this with you. Not that to put out something bad about the little girl, but the way that she was manipulated and all the people that was around her in her life, and why she did some of the things she did, I have a theory, and I don't know if it's to come to truth, but I have a theory that there's something that I'm missing, but I think I got it. And so therefore we're going to have this conversation tomorrow, but I want to share with you guys 3 things you don't know. And it ain't that I'm just throwing something out there. I'm going to always have a receipt for it, okay? So therefore, how I was telling you, like, that family kind of knew what was going on with Naziah because they all acted a certain way. But also, you guys, I want you guys to understand something. As I started looking at these videos, at the end of this, we're gonna have a little chat, but we're gonna get right off into the topic real quick. We're not gonna anything over 10 minutes in our introduction. Our introduction is 3 minutes. And anything else is saying hi, telling you where we're going to go with this, letting you know that, we are going over all the information. Hey, Tina, how you doing? And I want you guys to know it, see it for yourself. Don't just take it from me. But we are looking for Naziah. We want to bring her home. So all information that we receive is good information, So let's get off into some of this information. They're not long. They're very short. The big one that I had already seen it, heard it, and I was watching it on my TV. And so therefore, trying to find this video is very hard to do. So anyway, I'm going to share some of this stuff with you guys, so let's get off into it.
June 29th, 2 hours. Naziah says, are you still picking up Janiyah? 22:53, he replies, when? 22:53, she sends to him today. At 22:53, he replies back, no. 22:53, 18 seconds, she says, no matter what. 22:53, he sends back to her, it's just me and you. At 22:53, he sends another message that says, because I was never picking her up. At 22:53, she replies, okay, I really like that it's only me and you. 22:54, he sends back, you really didn't want her there, no way. 22:54, she replies, I know I didn't want her there. 22:55, he replies to her with the letter Y. 22:55, she sends back, because she do too much and you mine. 22:57, Jarvis replies to Naziah saying, meaning. 22:58, he then sends, and Shan said that she said no. Then the next message from him is for today. At 23:06, Naziah sends Jarvis, I know she said no for today. And then at 23:07, Naziah sends, the meaning is you're mine and mine only, the dick, and all you're mine and will stay mine. At 23:14, she sends, I want to know the meaning when you say I'm yours. The date on here is now June 30th at 00:16 hours. Jarvis replies to her and says, all of you. Immediately after that, your mind, body, and soul. At 00:17 hours, he sends to Neziah, the pussy, ass, mouth, legs, arms, face, and then he has the word everything in all caps. At 01:19 hours, she replies, oh really? And then there's some type of emoji. Immediately after that, she says, want to see that tomorrow? And it's the same little symbols on there. At 02:47 hours, he sends back to her, meaning.
Okay, you guys. Did you hear what that was all about? First of all, if you didn't understand, she is translating the text messages from Neziah to Jarvis, Jarvis to Neziah. And what Neziah was telling him, she first was asking, are you going to pick up his daughter from Shannon? You know, Shannon has a daughter from him. And I will replay it because I forgot to mute it at the beginning. And Tina, thank you for letting me know that. But he said, no, I'm not picking her up today. And she was like, good. And he was like, you didn't want her to come no way. So that's telling me something. That's giving me a vibe. And then he says, why you didn't want her to come? And she says, because she be doing too much and the D is all mine. Hold on now. This is his daughter. You don't want him to pick up his daughter. And why are you talking about the D is all yours? You guys, trust me, this is not a theory. Okay? Hear what I'm saying. You guys understand what I'm saying? You got to understand. I'm going to play it again because I need you to understand. I'm not making this up, and I'm going to go somewhere with this at the end of these 3 small little clips. But you got to understand how this conversation takes place. Okay? Hey Danielle, how you doing? Hey Dana, how you doing? Do you understand, Tina? I'm wondering if you guys understand or knowing where this is going. Because there's more to it. Hey Phyllis, how you doing? Thank you for sharing. Let's go over it again so you guys can understand what I'm saying.
June 29th, 22:52 hours. Neziah sends, are you still picking up Janiah? 22:53, he replies, when? 22:53, she sends to him, today. At 22:53, he replies back, no. 22:53, 18 seconds, she sends the letter Y. 22:53, he sends back to her, it's just me and you. At 22:53, he sends another message that says, because I was never picking her up. At 22:53, she replies, okay, I really like that it's only me and you. 22:54, he sends back, you really didn't want her there no way. 22:54, she replies, I know I didn't want her there. 22:55, he replies to her with the letter Y. 22:55, she sends back, "'Cause she do too much and you mine." 22:57, Jarvis replies to Messiah saying, "Meaning?" 22:58, he then sends, "And Shan said that she said no." Then the next message from him is, "For today." At 23:06, Messiah sends to Jarvis, "I know she said no for today." And then at 23:07, Messiah sends, "The meaning is you're mine and mine only, the dick, and all you're mine and will stay mine." At 23:14, she sends, "I want to know the meaning when you say I'm yours." The date on here is now June 30th at 00:16 hours. Jarvis replies to her and says, "All of you." Immediately after that, "Your mind, body, and soul." At 00:17 hours, he sends to Messiah, "The pussy, ass, mouth, legs, arms, face," and then he has the word everything in all caps. At 01:19 hours, she replies, "Oh, really?" And then there's some type of emoji. Immediately after that, she says, "Want to see that tomorrow?" And it's the same little symbols on there. At 02:47 hours, he sends back to her, "Meaning?"
Okay. He is messing with his daughter, Crystal. Okay? You got that part. Okay? So, yeah. But that's not it. That's not it, you guys. I'm going to share with you something else. And it's some information that I did not even know. So you got to pay really close attention. I want you guys to, as long as you guys understand what you just heard and what you got out of it, I'm not picking from the cherry tree. I'm just giving you all the information after looking at 6 hours worth of information and videos. Like, what is the main things that, we can gather from all of this? And it's not, it seems like they have to tell the whole story. So we know pretty much, forensics and what you do to get the forensics and how many hands it has to go through, and did you read him his rights, and did you give him water? We don't have to listen to that. We want the meat and the potatoes. Here is the second video, and I want you guys to pay attention, because it's going to be another nugget in this video also. This is all new. Okay? New. What I'm saying new is like nobody's putting them points out there so that you can make an educated decision of, do you trust the family? Do you like the family? Do you not like the family? Who all knew? Who didn't know? But this right here is going to blow your mind. And the last video is definitely going to take you, up in the atmosphere. Here we go.
It's now 06:03 hours. She sends to him, "When we fuck." Then at 06:24 hours, he sends a message to her, "What you doing?" But it's just the letters WYD.
And were those messages all deleted?
Yes.
Okay. Now moving later in the day to June 30th.
June 30th at 22:18 hours, Jarvis sends to Messiah, "I'm outside." Then the next message is at 23:36 hours. He sends to Naziah, "Go take them panties off." At 23:37 hours, Naziah sends, "Are we going to the room?" 23:37, Jarvis replies, "IDK," meaning I don't know. 23:38, she sends to him the letters PLS, for please. 23:38, he replies to her the letter Y. 23:39, she replies back and says, "Because we got more space." 23:39, he then sends a message to her that says, "To do." She then immediately replies to fuck, WYM, or what you need. Then immediately after that, she sends to him, "We going or what?"
And moving forward to July 1st. Oh, first of all, were any of those messages?
Okay. Did you guys understand that video? Now, the reason why was he texting her mom also? Hey, Dee Dee, this is what I want to share with you at the end of this video. I'll tell you right now. Because there's something that don't make sense, and I'm going to tell you, it just really don't make sense. Because, like I said, I listened to this all day from 5 o'clock this morning all the way until now, over and over and over. And I found out that a lot of times when Naziah would text him, he would call right after they text, or while they're texting. He called, but she don't pick up. And I'm like, why she don't pick up? You know, when you want to know if that's the person you're talking to, like if I call you and I'm texting you and you talking strange to me, or you're not making sense, you know what I'll do? I'll be like, I do it to my boss, because I feel some kind of way, like I'm not going to put this in a text. I'm going to call you and I'm going to hear your voice, and so we can have this conversation. So what I will do is I will quit texting you and I will call you and say, "Hey, you know, it's just too much for me to text. Let me tell you da-da-da-da-da." And it was more than 40 times. Hear what I just said. It was more than 40 times that when they were texting each other, Jarvis called and she didn't pick up. And they were texting. It was like in the same minute. It was just like she texted about 22:15. That means at 10:15 she texted him 10:15:09. That's 10 o'clock, 10:15 and 9 seconds. He would call her at 10:15, 15 seconds, and she wouldn't even pick up. And she'll be like, "Oh, I'm in the shower." And so he was kind of, that happened more than like 40 times, you guys. And I'm going, well, what the heck is going on? Why is, when they are texting, she's like, "I miss you. I just want to cuddle. I don't want to lose you. And are we going to F today?" And he'll call her real quick. He'll call while they're texting. And then she'd be like, "Oh, I had, I'm sorry. I missed your text. Are you coming over?" Or such and such, And hey, you see what I'm saying? So I'm just telling you guys, and I know this because, you just know. When you get as old as we get, we don't play games with kids. if my kid is texting me telling me that they're at the skating ring, and they're like, hey mom, I'm at the skating ring, and I'm like, you having a good time? Yeah, I'm getting ready to buy me some ice cream and such. If I want to know if my child is lying to me, I'm going to call my child. Even though I'm at work, I'm going to just, while she's texting me, I'm going to go ahead and call her, because I want to hear what's going on in the background. I want to hear your voice. But if she don't pick up, I'm going to get in my car and I'm going down to the skating ring, because evidently you ain't at the skating ring, because I'm calling, and I'm calling so I can hear the music, the kids, or whatever. Wherever you at, you not where you supposed to be, or you got somebody else texting. It's really that simple, you guys. It's 2 + 2 is 4 all day long. I'm just telling you. She was talking about like getting a room like at the motel. Phyllis, you picked up on it. That's the reason why that little clip was so important. She was talking about getting a room to go to, so they have been not just in the basement, not upstairs, not not at the shop, but they done been to a room together. They have been to a room together where they can have all the sex that they want. So that is not like, hold on, this thing finna go off. That is not it's important. It's very important, because what I got to share with you later on, you'll see what I'm saying. But yeah, here we go. This is the little last piece I'm going to share with you right now. I want you guys to take this in. Check this out.
24.
July 24, 2023 at 03:24 hours, Naziah sends Jarvis a message that says, don't park in front. Immediately Jarvis replies, why? Then at 03:25 Jarvis sends, you act like you're gonna come outside. At 03:25 Naziah sends, I can't, I have guests. 03:25 she sends, and people do watch and look at the house all night. At 03:26 she sends, just park down the street please, thank you. 03:26 hours Jarvis replies to her, who? Naziah then replies back, people on the block. At 03:26 Jarvis replies, who is the guest? At 03:26 Naziah says, my girlfriend, Vari's girlfriend. 03:27 Naziah sends, I took his bitch. And at 03:27
Did you guys hear that? Oh my goodness. Did you guys hear what she said right there? I'm not even going to move until you guys tell me you heard what I heard. Jarvis wanted to know who was over at the house. If you seen, it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. 3 o'clock in the morning. And she said she got gas. And she was like, don't be coming over here because they be watching the house. And so he says, who? He was asking who was at the house, because now he's getting jealous. And she was like, the neighbors be watching the house. And he was like, nah, who's at the house? Who's your gas? And she was like, my girlfriend. And she says, Vara's girlfriend, I took his girlfriend. I took his B. She's saying that she is in a relationship with her brother's girlfriend. Now you want to know why the brother ran away? You want to know why the brother ran away? Come on. Now he gets on here and he says this and he says one thing and don't be so mean to my grandma and because she's going through it or whatever. He didn't just run away because, because, he just didn't like living over there. But come on, let's finish hearing what she's got to say.
Jarvis replies to her, she is our bitch. At 0327, Isaiah sends to Jarvis, she 14, about to be 15. At 0328, she sends, are you close? At 0328, Jarvis replies,
oh my goodness, that woman in the back, she is holding her head like, what the heck? Oh my goodness. Okay, you guys, you gotta hear it again. Let's just rewind it. Let me go back and rewind it. Let's rewind it.
July 24, 2023 at 0324 hours, Isaiah sends Jarvis a message that says, don't park in front. Immediately Jarvis replies, why? Then at 0325, Jarvis sends, you act like you're going to come outside. At 0325, Isaiah sends, I can't, I have guests. 0325, she sends, and people do watch and look at the house all night. At 0326, she sends, just park down the street, please. Thank you. 0326 hours, Jarvis replies to her, who? Isaiah then replies back, people on the block. At 0326, Jarvis replies, who is the guest? At 0326, Isaiah says, my girlfriend, Vari's girlfriend. 0327, Isaiah sends, I took his bitch. Then at 0327, Jarvis replies to her, she is our bitch. At 0327, Isaiah sends to Jarvis, she 14, about to be 15. At 0328, she sends, are you close? At 0328, Jarvis replies,
okay, you guys. Okay. I'm gonna tell you, there's a reason why I wanted to share that with you. They were actually looking for a threesome. First of all, the little cousin, she done already said, I don't like when she's with us because she's doing too much. That's my D. Okay? And I'm like, surely he's not doing his own daughter, but okay. There's another video. I can't download it, but let me see if you guys can hear it. I wanted to save it for tomorrow, but you can at least listen to it because I can't probably save it for tomorrow. I told you my phone is doing all kind of stuff. But let's see if you can hear it. You can probably hear it if I play it. Let's see here.
At 0327, Isaiah sends to Jarvis, she 14, about to be 15. At 0328, she sends, are you close? At 0328, Jarvis replies, is she our bitch or no? 0328, Isaiah replies, yes. Jarvis then replies to her and says, you fake. 0328, Desire says, how? She is our bitch. At 0329, she says, Faye, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make you mad. At 0330, Jarvis replies to her, she don't know about us, right? 0331, Jarvis then says, is she trustworthy? At 0331, Desire replies, yes, she don't know about us. At 0356, she says, it's off. 0357, Jarvis replies, wrong light. And at 0357, she says, the letter K.
Were those messages deleted?
Yes.
Okay. And
Otherwise, I'm not even talking about that. I'm saying it hurts really bad. At 0134, she says, are you busy? 0149, as I said, I want to talk to you about some. Let me know when you are free. And these were all deleted.
okay. And August 28th, later in the day.
August 28th at 13:31 hours, Nasiah sends a message to Jarvis that says, I want to try something. At 13:32, he replies back, what? Spelled W-A-T. At 13:32 hours, she says, a threesome.
Did you guys hear that? Naziah says, I want to try something. And this is what I was trying to get at today. And my phone says, you're not going to be able to download any more videos. And you got to clear out videos. And I did not want to clear out no more videos because I have to keep certain ones. Because that's the way I roll. But I'll have it tomorrow for you so you can see. And the only thing you're going to be seeing is her reading what Naziah said. Naziah says, I want to try something. Now, I'm going to tell you guys. I really do not believe this is Naziah that is texting Jarvis all of this stuff. I don't believe it. I believe she's texting some, but I now believe Shannon is texting a lot of this stuff. Now, I must have got something on here that I wanted you guys to hear because this is only but 2 minutes, but I'll play it to the 4 minute to let you hear what she got to say, and then I'm going to tell you why this is important and why now it's making sense to me.
13:44 hours, Naziah says, you down for it? Then she sends a question mark. At 13:44, Jarvis replies back, with who? 13:44, she replies, IDK, or I don't know yet, you got someone. At 13:45, she says, I'm still looking.
And were those deleted?
Yes.
Okay. And just a couple hours later on August 28th.
August 28th at 18:58 hours, Naziah says, I feel you don't want to be bothered with me. 22 replies, IDK, or I don't know yet, you got someone. At 13:45, she says, I'm still looking.
And were those deleted?
Yes.
Okay. And just a couple hours later on August 28th.
August 28th at 18:58 hours, Naziah says, I feel you don't want to be bothered with me. At 2200 hours, she says, WID for what you're doing. 2200 hours, she replies back, thinking about you. 2201, she says, oh, so are you down with the threesome? 2221, he replies, yes, with who though? 2246, she sends, IK, still looking. Then after that, she replies, IDK for I don't know. It is now August 29th at 03:47. She sends, Bet, that's what's up. He replies, huh? Isaiah then replies, none, you'll figure it out.
That's it on there. Okay. Okay, so you guys, I hope you heard it. I had to go back over it again because she's asking him, "Are you down for it?" And he's like, "Yeah." And she's like, "I'm still looking for somebody so we can do this." You know what I'm saying? So, in all reality, I'm going to share something with you, and this is maybe a theory, or it could be, it's more closer than the truth than anything anybody's ever said. Because for some unknown reason, everybody think that Naziah passed away on the 9th because she came missing on the 9th, thinking, oh, well, Jarvis was trying to get an alibi. Jarvis was looking for an alibi. No. No. Now, just logically, when you have something, you don't go looking for something else. I mean, you don't go looking for an alibi. Like, first of all, he picked her up at the bus stop at 3 o'clock. He was a little bit late, so they ran up and down the street until they seen her. They got her, they went to the liquor store, they picked her up, they brought her back to the shop. She was at the shop. Jarvis's sister was at the shop at 4 o'clock. So she's seen Naziah from 4 o'clock till 6:30. Her phone tells us she was there all the way till 6:30. She walked behind Naziah when she went to the bathroom. She don't want no parts of this. So she's sitting there saying, I didn't see her face. I really didn't know that was her. But they got her on camera walking behind Naziah. But she asked to go to the bathroom. She asked King, I need to use the bathroom. And King was like, you're going to have to go over there to the filling station. So she walked on over there to the filling station, and Naziah was in front of her. So when she walked to the filling station, what Naziah going to the filling station for? Naziah don't have any money. So isn't Naziah going to the bathroom too? But she's going to say Naziah went to the right and she went to the left. Okay. Those are little bitty things. That could have happened. But if you're going to the bathroom, you go to the bathroom. She probably could have got in there and said, well, I want some chips, or I'm going to go ask them where's the bathroom, or do I need a key or whatever. Maybe that's the reason why. But nevertheless, they both was at the filling station, and hey, one asked about the bathroom, the other one ain't got no money. I'm not tripping on that. What I'm tripping on, you guys, if you guys with me, put a 1 in the chat, because y'all ain't saying nothing. Y'all, come on now. I can't talk to myself. Y'all got to talk to me, because I've been on this all day. So at 6:30, thank you, Tina. Thank you, Candy. Thank you, Ariana. Thank you, Desperate Sacrifice. Thank you, Miss Dee Dee. Nancy. So at 6:30, they leave. Naziah get in the car with Jarvis, the red Jaguar. And King gets in his Chrysler 300. And they go off to this township, little town, Yissiani, to go and deliver this Jaguar car. Now, Jarvis is showing his girlfriend, Naziah, I'm working, I'm making money. You seeing your man making money, we in the Jaguar, we done fixed it. We finna go take it to them. We finna go get some money. We finna make this money. And they go. Now that family says, yeah, she was here. She just sat there. She didn't ask for no water. She didn't go to the bathroom. She didn't do anything. She just sat there. And they said it was light outside. But no. Because Jarvis's sister said, and she's got it on her phone, that she was sitting there until 6:30. Okay? 6:30. It's already dark. So even though that where they went to go deliver this car, the woman said, oh, it was light outside. It was not. Exactly, Dee Dee. He was showing her he's the man. He's showing her he's the man. He's making money. I don't know if she had money, but I doubt it. Unless he gave her a little bit of money so she can get some snacks, some candy, some bubble gum or whatever. Gave her a little $5 or something, get her something to drink or something. She could have had some money. That's not the point. The point is they were both in that filling station at the same time, which we already know. But now, we know now. So they in Yessie Annie, delivering this car. They didn't have enough money, but they're trying to stay there because King want to see his son. King got a son that is a teenager. He 15, 16 years old or whatever. So he waiting on his son to come in. And his son never did get there. So they got to go because King's on a tether. Right? King is on a tether, so he's got to get back into town. It's a 40-minute drive. So they leave. They all jump into King's car. That's what the family member said that lived there at that house. Didn't he take her to McDonald's for food? No, I don't know where you got that at. Ain't nothing about no McDonald's. But so then they come back into town, go to the shop. They go to the shop, they split the money up. It's about 9 o'clock, right? It's getting close to 9 o'clock. King, he leaves early. He says he leaves first. So I don't know if they do something at the shop or whatever. And I don't know if they went and got something to eat. But at between 9:15 and 9:30, he's at and it's only but a 5-minute drive. He's at the Park Crest Inn, checking in the Park Crest Inn. Everybody following me? This man ain't got on his mind to take this little girl out. You know what he got on his mind? He got fish on his mind right now. He's thinking to himself, shoot, I got a room. I got my girl with me. And this is why I asked Nay, why was he calling you at 10:30? You guys hear what I just said? There was a reason why I had to get in touch with that young girl. I didn't know who she was, but I was going to find out why. Who was he calling when you already got coochie with you? Why are you calling somebody else an hour and a half later? You got a room, you got coochie. Why are you calling Nay? Nay going to turn around and say, oh, he did call me. And I said, and you answered? She was like, yeah, he said he wanted to spend time with me and he was going to come over. I said, okay. But he called you the second time too. He called you at 10:30 and he called you at 12:30. And she said, I was asleep. I was knocked out. Now, normally, people say she didn't answer because she been outside. Or is that their little code? Well, I'm going to come through there. I'm going to call you to let you know that I'm outside. Because guess what? His car is outside of her apartment when he called her. His car is already there. He ain't got to call and say, I'm on my way. He done already told her he was coming. Now, here's the thing. Now, I don't know, but is Nay telling us the truth about she was asleep? Or did Naziah and Nay and Jarvis do something? I don't know. I don't know. I haven't got that far. But I do know that he took Naziah with him over to Nay. Now Nay talking about the detective turned around and said Nay says she can't remember seeing him that night. That's what Nay said to the detectives. Nay didn't say to the detectives, oh, I was asleep. Yeah, he called, but I was asleep. No, Nay said, okay, I don't remember seeing him that night. She didn't say she didn't see him, and she didn't say she did see him. So to not incriminate herself, she said, I don't remember seeing him that night. I don't remember. You know what I'm saying? So I got some more questions to ask Nay. Because I believe in a minute, when things get a little bit hot, these things are going to come out. And you guys going to say, SP, you told us. Hey, this is SP.
Hey, SP.
What's up?
So, I'm sorry I can't type in the chat. I'm getting my hair done.
Okay, what's up?
But I do have a question.
Yes.
I heard your theory, and stop me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
Didn't they say that they recall seeing Naziah going into the motel, but they never see her coming out?
No, I haven't heard that yet. I haven't heard that yet. I'm still going over it, like a fine-tooth comb, so it takes me a long time to get through it all. But I have not heard.
I'm pretty sure that was stated that they did spot her at the motel with him, but there was no documentation, no film. They didn't see it anywhere on film that she came out of the room.
Yeah, I heard.
Unless he was gonna bring Nay to her, that timeline might not work.
Yeah, but what it is a lot of people thinking that between 9 and 12, this little girl was deceased, and she was not.
But how do we know that?
Well, we do know, like I said, this is why Nay is not telling us why is he calling him at 10:30.
The only thing
She's not gonna tell us he calling me so I can do a threesome. She's not gonna tell us that. She's embarrassed. But I'm telling you. It's gotta be. When you already got fish, why do you go get some more fish?
I feel like whatever he did occurred right after King left. Because, and this is the only reason I say this, if Nazia's never stayed out all night before,
She stayed
by
out.
this time,
She had, the times when he was calling and texting her, it was 3 o'clock in the morning.
right, but that's either because she was at grandma's house or she had the phone. That doesn't mean that she's ever been out all night.
Who says she's never been out all night?
Well, they ask on the stand, has she ever ran away before?
Who? Hold on. Who did they ask?
I want to say they asked Shannon.
Okay, well, do you believe everything that comes out of Shannon's mouth?
No, but
Okay.
If Naziah had a history,
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about Shannon. Shannon, do you believe that Shannon was doing some of that texting? And it wasn't Naziah?
well, they
When
shared
there's
some
40
phone at some point.
When there's 40 text messages, and while they're having a full, deep conversation, he calls and Naziah does not answer the phone. It's a missed call.
Right. And I believe that some of those times with Shannon, because they shared a cell phone.
Okay. Okay.
That's so, to me.
So that makes her not answer the phone when he texting. She's saying she love him. She wants the D and he's hers and all this other stuff. And then when he calls,
It could be Shannon.
okay, and so soon as you know, like a man, right? When a man is like, he's feeling you and everything you're saying, and you're getting in his head and you're saying, I want you, baby. And he's like, I want you too. And then he calls you, you be like, ooh wee, right? You be like happy, right? But then you don't answer. You don't got this man to call you and you don't answer.
You cut me off before I finish.
Go ahead.
The fact that you would even have a conversation on the same phone with two different people that you're sleeping with is not very intelligent. So of course you're gonna call to see which one you're talking to.
Right. And then but she don't answer.
They're affirmed.
But why do she not answer?
Because obviously she's trying to see who does he think he's talking to.
Nah.
She's waiting for him to say something incriminating, and he's not falling for the bait because he's thinking in his head, just like I would be. Damn, which one is it?
And
Who am I talking to?
okay, but it's kind of mixed up though what you're saying. But
How? How is it mixed up? I'm dating two people, and they share the same cell phone.
exactly.
How do I know who I'm talking to?
Exactly.
If I'm sleeping with both of them.
Exactly. So you gonna call, right?
Exactly.
Okay. So 40 times so far I done counted 40 times while they're texting each other, he done called and she didn't answer the phone. Naziah didn't answer.
Because it probably wasn't Naziah.
Okay. And then not only that, when he say delete the messages, now if somebody told you to delete the messages, you click on their name, right? And you see every message that they sent you. Why is some of them deleted and some of them's not deleted?
Because again, they share phones. Only the police are assuming that every one of those texts are from Naziah.
Yeah, but they're not.
None of us know.
Nah, they're not.
Some of those, exactly.
Hold on. Some of us do know. We're not that naive. Like we look at the situation as if this was my child, and some of those text messages was not deleted, and they were really harsh text messages. Like if Shannon would have seen that, Shannon would have been like, hey, what's going on here? Woo woo woo.
But how do we know that some of those weren't Shannon?
That's what I'm saying. Some of them was deleted and some of them was not.
Right, because some of them might have been Shannon. Because if I'm going to delete a text, I'm going to delete it right there.
Yeah, and you're gonna go down the thing and go delete, 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 or delete them all. You're not gonna pick.
I'm just gonna hit the button on top that says delete all on that page, and I'm going to delete them.
Yeah, you're not gonna skip and delete certain messages. I believe Shannon knew about their relationship, and I believe Shannon set her up, not knowing that it was gonna get all cuckoo and crazy. But you know what I'm saying?
I've always said that he was involved.
Yeah. And you know what else? Did you see the video when she was doing some dancing and Annette got chains on the refrigerator? Yes! Annette got chains and padlocks on the refrigerator, girl.
Well, it doesn't surprise me because Annette's not I think she was sleeping with Jarvis too. And I don't think that she took all them kids out of the love of her heart and she took them for the check.
Ariana said, I saw it. Yeah, she was doing that little dance, and if you look behind her, there's chains and locks on the refrigerator. Who put chains and locks on refrigerators?
People that want to be in control.
Yep. But when you got kids in the house and you don't want people stealing your food and going down in the food, and at night when I just got through sharing that video when she was talking about this and come over and all that stuff, that's 3:00 in the morning. That's 3:00 in the morning.
So obviously everybody's asleep.
She's saying go down to the basement, park around the corner, and come down to the basement. He said it seems like you trying to get outside. One time she texted him and said, I was at your shop and it's bare. You ain't nothing going on over there. And he was like, I know. And she was like, well come over or something. And he was like, what you gonna give me or whatever. See, I'm trying to make your day. How do you know wasn't nobody at my shop? She said, I've been over there. He said, how'd you get over here? She said, I walked, and I didn't want you to see me, but I walked over there. He said, well, then walk back. And she was like, I can't.
Hey, you guys can't play up here.
Okay.
Okay? Thank you.
Stop squeezing it. You squeezed it on me.
What did I just say? Thank you.
Anyway.
Sorry, I'm outside.
That's okay. So, I'm just saying, so you think that he took her out before 12 o'clock? Before 10:30?
Whatever he gave her, I think the whole purpose of him wanting to be with her that night was because she said she was pregnant. Whether she was or not, we don't know at this point. She says she was pregnant. I believe that he believed her and that he gave her something. Now, remember, we were talking about the antifreeze, and that only takes 15 minutes to have the reaction of it. If not, immediately. If she had no food in her stomach, that would take effect immediately.
Yeah.
Like within the first 5 minutes of her drinking it, like she would probably try to spit it out, and
or you
it
throw
already be in her blood system.
Yeah, you could throw up. Even when you throw it up, there's some things they don't see. They've got this one medicine that you can buy at the pharmacy. I can't remember what it's called, but it helps
to make you throw up.
Yeah, to help you throw up, right? But
I know what you're talking about. It's like a charcoal type stuff.
yeah, but if you drink it on certain things, they don't want you to throw up because it's worse for it to come back up. And
Exactly,
you know
and
what I'm
that's
saying?
what it says.
And antifreeze is one of those things that they don't want you to throw up.
And also, they said that as soon as it enters the mouth, something in it enters the bloodstream.
Mm-hmm.
I now I don't know exactly 100% what it said, but it was saying something about antifreeze. As soon as it enters the mouth, it will enter the bloodstream,
Oh yeah.
and if it hits the stomach, it could take up to 15 minutes if, like, there's food in the stomach. But now she been with him since 3 o'clock, so the only food would be in her stomach would have been whatever she might have ate at lunch if she ate.
Yeah.
So that's
Unless
not gonna be enough.
unless they
'Cause that's
stopped and got something on the way.
true. Unless they stop, like somebody said, didn't you take her to McDonald's or whatever? Then it might have taken a little longer, but still, we're talking about a 15-minute window. If King left at 9 o'clock, by 10:30, she's been gone an hour almost. If it happened immediately, or if they weren't seen at the motel till around 9, it's still an hour and a half.
Nah, I don't. Yeah, but if Nay would,
That's just me saying, I don't believe. They said the little girl was never seen coming out of the motel.
they have not said nothing like that in the preliminary. They ain't said nothing like that. I'm going over it.
Okay.
Have you heard it in the preliminary, or did you just hear another content
I
creator?
heard it. I was pretty sure that I heard that in the preliminary. That
Oh,
Naziah was seen coming out. Because I haven't really listened to a lot of other.
content creators.
I've only listened to the one other content creator that you know about talking about this case, and I sent you that video, and that's the only time that they talked about it.
Yeah, but I haven't heard them say anything about who they seen come out, or they just say the ping to his phone was at the Park Crest Inn. And see, this is my thing. Other content creators done said something about this Traveler Inn, and they were over there, and
Yeah, well, I don't
all
know
kind of
about that.
stuff.
I never even heard that until the guest spoke on that.
Yeah, well, yeah, I heard it, and I was like, and we had put
I
that
heard
in.
he frequented there.
Yeah.
I never heard that he had been there that night until the
And
guest spoke on it.
well, evidently he frequent both of them.
Right. They're both closed.
And there's other females. There's a girl named Angel. That's the one he lived with. And then there's this other girl that
Oh, so he does have someone he lives with.
yeah.
Because I was under the assumption he didn't have a residence.
Yeah. He said that's his wife.
So he got a wife, a fiance, and about 10 girlfriends.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, fair.
Yep. Yep. He calls her his wife. And even if you listen to when he talks to King, he tells King, King was asking about the truck, the Tahoe that the phone was in, and he was telling him to tell his fiance to go get the phone, go get the card to get the phone out the car. And then King was like, he says, "Man, you got the key with you." And he was like, "Man, no, the key is on the key ring." And he was like, "No, it's not." He was like, "No, the key to the thing is that's the same key." He was like, "I didn't know." He was like, "I have my wife bring you the other key." And I said to myself, his wife. And in the preliminary, they called her Butt, Angel Butts. And I said, "What the heck?"
How you got a wife and a fiance?
Girl. This man was doing some stuff.
Yeah, he definitely had a lot going on. Okay, well, that was my only question, SP.
Well, you know, like we're not, yeah, and I'm glad that you had a question, and because we're not gonna know, but I'm just saying, I'm not saying what you're saying. You're not saying what I'm saying. I'm saying that this child was still alive at, 12:30.
Right. I just don't, I don't think so. That's what all I was saying.
I believe
But
that's
I
why
don't
nobody
think
can really find her, because they're stuck on that she had to die between 9 o'clock and 12 o'clock. And I'm like, no, the reason why he didn't go to work the next day is because they were having some fun, and sometime in the morning, he probably was like, well, let's try this and all that, and they done already had some fun or whatever. But
okay.
yeah, and I found out that, the police down there, they had to be told that that other shoe was a part of her shoes, because she was wearing her gym shoes. And that's what we seen in the picture while she was walking. Those were her gym shoes. The white shoes with the black or the blue is her gym shoes. And she must have had the red and black and white shoes in her bag. That's a possibility.
Oh, is that what they're saying?
They said that the white shoes is her gym shoes.
I'm good.
Yeah.
So that's why she had them on in school.
Yeah.
And then the other shoes.
And the police went to Anetta's house to see if they can retrieve those red, black, and white shoes. And I guess Anetta says that they can't find them. Yeah.
Okay, so but did they find both of the black and white shoes?
No.
Well, she could only have one pair of shoes on at a time, right?
Yeah.
So if the white and black shoes were her gym shoes, they should still be at the school.
No, she had those on when we seen her walking from the bus stop down the street. That's why we didn't see the red and black and white shoes on her, because she was wearing her gym shoes.
Okay.
Remember, we were like, them ain't them red and black shoes. They just not. They said she was.
Why would you change from your shoes that you got on your feet to the red and black ones?
I don't know.
Did they fall out of her bag?
I don't know exactly.
That was being gotten rid of.
Everything.
That doesn't really make sense to me.
Well, everything that they found was nothing that she was wearing when we seen her. She wasn't wearing the black hoodie. That could have been in her bag. She wasn't wearing the black and red and white shoes. That could have been in her bag. And as we know, she had her undershirt was white. It wasn't pink. She didn't have the onesie on, and that could have been in her bag.
I guess, but my nephews, I got nephews and stuff that go to school down there, and great nephews, and far as I've known, even when my daughter went to school in Detroit, their tennis shoes stay at the school because you're not supposed to walk on them in the regular street. So, did you go to school planning to wear your tennis shoes on? Why would you have left your red and black shoes at the school then? You don't carry your gym shoes back and forth every day. They stay in your gym locker, with your gym clothes.
Yeah. Well, if you don't want to change them out, you leave them on. I mean, she have a right.
But why would you carry the other ones then? Why wouldn't you leave them in your gym locker?
I don't know. I don't know.
It just still seems like that red and black shoe was a plant to me.
Yeah.
It's a throw off.
I think all three of it is.
Yeah, I don't believe that she had any of that stuff on. I believe she wore it before. I believe it might have belonged to her. I don't believe that she wore it on that day.
Yeah.
I believe that they took it to try to place it there to try to throw people off.
Right. But she did.
One, because it doesn't make sense. If I'm getting rid of stuff, I'm going to make sure I got rid of all of it. I'm not going to be dropping stuff along the trail and I'm trying to cover up a crime. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not going to be dropping stuff that would lead to my crime along the ground and leave it there.
Right. Well,
Any criminal with half a mind wouldn't just leave stuff sitting out in the open for a crime you're trying to cover up.
right.
You don't even have to have been a career criminal to know that you don't want to leave stuff out.
Yeah, just throw it on the side of the road. Throw it on the side of the lake.
Yeah, that don't make sense. To make it look as if the body went in the lake.
Right.
No, that just doesn't make sense to me.
Exactly.
And I believe that the family was in on that stuff being removed from the house. I don't believe he just creeped up in there and was able to get some stuff that belonged to her and plan it. I believe that someone in the family, if not Annette and Shannon, at least one of them was in on providing some clothes to throw him off, or to throw the police off.
Yeah. And we're still waiting to find out what happened on Valentine's Day that shook up Jarvis's sister.
What happened on Valentine's Day?
Yeah, that's when she started investigating herself, and she said something happened, and then she called Shannon Jones. That's the detective. Her name is Shannon Jones, and told her. She first called Shannon and told Shannon, and then Shannon called Shannon
Give
and
her the number.
yeah, and she said, go ahead and give her my number. And so she gave her number. And then she called and said, hey, can I come in and talk to you guys? They didn't even, you know what I'm saying? They didn't know.
She had seen Desire.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he hadn't been picked up yet, right?
Yeah, he was. He was picked up February the 7th.
Oh, okay.
And remember, he had
They
to.
might have just found out that he was in jail and what he was in jail for.
And see, they just picked up King on the 13th. On the 13th of February.
Oh, and then she started talking. Maybe she was there to see King.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Maybe she was there to see King.
Sitting out there for 2.5 hours for something minor. She said, yeah, I sat there. I wasn't paying my brother to do my car. But then you get on there and they was like, you and your brother don't even get along, do y'all? And she was like, He's my brother. The defense was like, y'all don't get along. Y'all don't like each other, do y'all? And she got mad. She was like, Like, I would have been mad too. Because if you sitting there talking about, that's my brother, he fixed my car for free. But you sitting there, mouth running like wah, wah, wah. Telling on me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But then you going to get all defense like, that's my brother. What do you mean? Girl, you know what I'm saying? Like you telling on me, but you sitting there acting like that's my biological brother. But you sitting there saying, I seen Isaiah, and I heard this, and I know this. And they like, well, how do you know? It's like what I've been told. They said, did Jarvis tell you? She was like, no. But I was told this and I was told that, and then I looked at this podcast, and then I called Shannon, and Shannon gave me the number to Detective Jones, and I called and told him I believe I seen Naziah that day. You already know you seen Naziah because you talked to King, and King told you that was Naziah.
Right.
Because they asked, and she knew she better tell the truth.
She turn around and say, see, this is what confuses me. You called the police after something that occurred on Valentine's Day, but you didn't look at your phone to know what date it happened. You said until the 27th or 28th.
Right.
How? Did you not get to the police till then?
That's when she went down there and talked to them, and she gave them her phone. She didn't even know how to get to the location, and they was like, yep, she was at 9,000 whatever road that is, Connor Road. She was at 9,000 Connor Road at 4 o'clock till 6:30. Connor Road.
Okay. Yeah, because I know when they were asking her what date, she couldn't even find it then. Understand?
Yeah. Okay. But anyway, like I said, they were looking for a threesome. Naziah even said, did you find somebody? She was still looking. And she said she wanted to try something. Hold on. Hey, this is SP. Hello? Yes?
Is this SP?
This is SP.
Are you live right now?
Yes.
Okay, I'll call with the lady that you're speaking to now.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Hey, I just want to speak on Jarvis' sister.
Uh-huh.
My opinion that I really don't believe that she had, that she was really in on that. And then I think that the clothing that they found of Naziah's, that she had on a black hoodie in her last picture, and they said she took the picture at school, and if they found a black hoodie, and that looked like me, I think in this thing that Naziah used to wear that hoodie to gym, and I can imagine the hoodie to do gym classes, and I would think that pink onesie would be something good to put on to try to hold her in to keep her from showing.
Oh.
To keep her from showing, because that little thing like it was something that was stretchy and that would hug the body like a girdle.
Mm-hmm.
So I can see having it on in a gym class, and nobody would know she got it under her clothes.
Oh, okay. That sounds believable.
He ain't messing around with Naziah either sexually, because I don't see Jarvis as being that kind of man that would want to share a woman with another man. I don't see him as being that person. Share with a woman, possibly,
Well, they dated the same woman over there in Clinton Township, which was Shannon.
but not probably not. I'm gonna let you have her man. No, not like that. More likely, not like that. And Jarvis thing was really little kids, and I can't see him. Your crown jewel, you gonna pass it on over there to King? No, I don't see him as being that kind of guy.
Well, what do you think about Naziah saying she didn't want her cousin going with them, and he was saying you really didn't want her to come, and she said no, and he said why, and she said because she be doing too much and the D is mine.
Yeah.
So do you think they were doing his own daughter?
Really didn't want to share either. You know what I'm saying? But I think if it was something to please him, I believe she would have. It wasn't her choice anyway, because this man had the power over her. Because if he had her at the shop and then turned around and had the other little girl, when the other child turned him down, he already done did things with another child in front of Naziah.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have that kind of control with him.
Right.
He had all the power.
Mm-hmm.
He was the one that was, feeding her. You know what I'm saying? And going back and forth to that store. That child might have been going back and forth to that store, probably even take chips and stuff.
Okay.
Little snacks.
Yep.
Because that's what children do. If they near a store and they got some money in their pocket, the money's gone. They gonna spend it. If it ain't but $2 or $3, the store gonna get that money.
Right.
Because that's what children do, because she was a child. We're not talking about a grown woman. She was still a child. But that's how, it's just a lot of little things. And then so forth. And Shannon going on the 10th to file charges. If Shannon went and filed charges, wanted to do DNA and all, she couldn't have been doing distance herself from nothing. Because that'd look crazy to the police. Your niece missing, but you want to go, So I think it might have been, if Shannon seemed like she was not dealing with a full dick. So I think that she might have did it out of spite, knowing that she might figure that that child was with Jarvis.
Mm-hmm.
So if she with you, I'm gonna go down here and file this thing on you. Got that's what women do.
Right.
That's what women do when they have babies and the man ain't taking care of children. But at some point they will get mad at him, especially if he get involved with somebody else. They'll get mad and they will take it to family court.
Mm-hmm.
So, I just think that I think when she did that, it was out of spite. Why would you all of a sudden want to do that and your niece missing?
Mm-hmm.
So you got to figure she went in order to go file some charges not file charges, but to put him in child support court or whatever she was trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
After your niece missing, you want to handle that type business.
Right.
So I would just assume that that baby's probably she might have still been alive. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And Shannon just had enough. They knew possibility that she was with Jarvis.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Then I be looking at you and I look at a few of the others, and some of them I can't look at because of all the things they say. Because I'm not a woman that's gonna sit up and talk about another woman.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
One of woman clothes, calling names. I'm not with all that.
What about when Naziah said that she was with Vara's girlfriend and she done took the B and now she's her B. Her brother's girlfriend.
With her brother's girlfriend.
Uh-huh.
Oh, when she was texting what is his name? When she was texting him and she said about the other girl and said something about she might be.
Right.
No idea.
And then they were asking about that, and then Jarvis said she's ours.
Right, I remember that. But I had no idea it was her brother's girlfriend.
Yeah.
He was that she was speaking of at the time.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just a lot of little different little things, and I just see that little outfit,
Mm-hmm.
that little tiny outfit, because she's growing a stomach, and those things are made out of some kind of little nylon stuff, you know. And you know, a woman can put on, a big woman, a heavy woman can put on some tights, and if they got enough spandex in them, it'll hold her in. And once you take them off, you'll see just how big she really is. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that little thing might have had a lot of spandex in it. And she might have had that at school. Used to have it at school with her to hold her in, because you know she did mention to him that it was hard for her in gym because of the baby.
Mm.
And I remember it seemed like to me, her grandmama had said that she used to like to wear that hoodie for gym, for her gym classes.
Mm-hmm.
I can imagine that hoodie probably fit a little loose and then hug her.
Okay.
And then that's the spandex thing, that little onesie would have held her stomach down. Especially if her stomach done grew.
Yeah.
If her stomach had grown, that means she probably had outgrown the onesie, so therefore the onesie probably held her in. To keep the students from noticing, you know,
Yeah.
her stomach.
Yeah.
So it's just a lot of little things. But I know the police department, they're not gonna give up everything they know in all their little details.
Exactly. They're not.
They got a lot of little fine details.
Yeah.
It's gonna be important.
Yeah, and they want it to stick.
My son had to have a preliminary hearing, and I sit in on that preliminary, and I was wondering what all these people that witnessed everything, why they didn't ask for these people. And see, it's the first time I had known anything about a preliminary. They really just don't go through everything right then. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I just feel like a lot of things when the court session come along, and I don't know if they're gonna let out cameras in there or whatever, but I hope they would. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
More like have more fresh
Yeah.
rather than everybody's mouth. Because once they go from one mouth to the other, we could get this part, that part to be taken out, and that part to be added on. Just like you got those recordings, see, we listening to what actually was said, not what nobody else thinks.
Right.
What was actually said in the courtroom.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope the trial kind of be like that too. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Hopefully, somebody that's trustworthy, maybe see if that news, you know, they'll let the news cameras be in there. Maybe somebody that's really trustworthy that can be up in there that can, you know, come back and really say what was going on.
Right.
If I was able to be up in there, because see, I'm in Alabama, but if I was able to be up in there,
Mm-hmm.
I would have my phone. But I would have it. Nobody would know I'm recording. I would just have it on the recording. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
you know what?
No, they don't. They don't let you go in the courtroom with your phone.
Oh, they don't. No.
No, the only way you can have your phone on you is you already have to get permission by the judge.
Oh, they done changed. Okay.
Yeah, you can't have your phone in the courtroom now. And if you do have your phone in the courtroom, they tell you to turn it off. If you get caught with it, you gon' wish you hadn't. Like you can do little stuff like traffic and stuff like that with your phone, but in those type of courtrooms where it's like homicide and murder and stuff like that, no. I was just in Iowa, and we had to go put everything in the car, and so my husband had to run to the car and put everything in there, you know, to make sure there was no electrical. I mean, no devices, no electronic devices.
Oh, not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that changed then. Because I wouldn't say I was me. I just had my phone sitting in my purse, recording. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was a content creator, so that when I got ready to speak, I would just play the recording, but I would have the recording to rely on, so I can go word
Yeah.
But they done changed that. That stops that then. But
Yeah.
we stop here.
Hey, Evan. You going down there? Could you put this in
Yeah.
the garbage? Thank you so much, sweetheart.
But I'm just calling just to speak on that.
Yeah.
And your wife.
All righty. Well, thank you.
Okay. You're welcome. And anything else come up, I'll call in again.
All righty. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. What you think about that, Miss Zan?
Well, I mean, anything is possible, and I definitely never thought about it like that.
Yeah.
That she could have been using that for that. So we wouldn't have seen it on that picture because it would have been under the t-shirt. Is that what she's saying?
Yeah. That's what she's saying.
I don't know. You know, I don't wear all that girly stuff, so I don't know. I don't know about all that. It's been a while since I was pregnant, so a long while.
Yeah. Well.
So, I mean, anything is possible. I always thought that, like I said, I know that my nephews go to school in Detroit, my great nephews, and they leave their gym clothes at school, except on Fridays when you take them home to wash them.
Right. Well, you know what? You know what I'm hoping for, and I think everybody's hoping for this. But I promise you, I really do hope he's looking at 75 years to 100 years. I mean, because they asked.
In this case,
Yeah, because.
then he's looking at 25 just for his daughter, right?
Okay, 25. Yeah. Well, no. Yeah. Yeah, 25. It's 3 times 25, so it's about 75 to 100 years. I think it's four charges.
I hope he gets every day.
Huh?
I hope he gets every day.
Well, they already said that they asked for the, you know how like they did on the case where if he got found guilty, he has to do every day. He cannot.
Oh, no, I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, we played it yesterday where they asked at the beginning if he gets found guilty, he has to do the judge cannot reduce any of the time. He has to do 25 years on each charge that he find guilty on. It ain't gonna be no, you get found guilty, but we're gonna give you 10 years on this one and 10 years on that one. No, you get found guilty, you getting 25 for each charge.
Oh, really?
Yes, they did that.
I didn't see that part, SP.
Yeah, we were talking about it
That's
yesterday.
like when they told Nature Boy if he didn't take a plea, he would get life with no chance of parole.
Yeah.
Was it like that?
Yeah. I forgot what it was called. We put it in the chat the other day. It's called Raman. I think it's called the Raman or something. The Roman. Somebody in the chat remember what it was called. Let me know.
Well, remand is when they don't offer no bail.
No, they already didn't. They didn't. They didn't even fight no bail because he's got to do a whole year anyway. That's what's holding him in there. Yeah, he don't get out on that until December. So they wasn't even asking for bail. That's what his attorney said. They wasn't even gonna ask for bail because he's already got to do a whole year.
Right.
So it's no need to ask for bail.
That's what I thought remand meant, though. Without the option of bail.
Well, we're learning and we are going to keep watching. I'm gonna go get me something to eat, but I'm gonna watch a little bit more tonight and stuff, you know.
Okay. Well, give me a
But
call.
I like you got a different outlook on it, and the young lady that called in, she's from Alabama. She didn't ever tell us her name, but it's okay. She got an outlook on it too. But like I said, we're gonna have a rude awakening because I'm only spitting out there the little stuff that nobody's talking about. Nobody, like, we hear it but we don't hear it.
Right.
I know nobody wants to make Naziah look bad, and I'm not trying to make Naziah look bad. I'm just saying the way she was conditioned and the way that she talks. A lot of people think it's just a young girl being bad, but when you're conditioned, that's just all you know. Hey, what's going on? This is SP.
Hey, SP. Hey, woman of God.
Hey, how you doing?
All right. Hey, I got a question, and it's just a question. Well, actually, I got, anyway, they don't have the death penalty in Michigan, do they? No.
No.
And I wish that they did.
Yep, they don't.
I'm kind of
And
leaning
Jarvis
towards
is
that.
looking at the same thing as Corey Bigsby, ain't he?
He's looking at a lot of time.
Same thing as Corey Bigsby.
Yep. And
Yeah.
you know what they said on him? He gonna do every penny.
Every dime, baby. Every dime.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward. I think that Jarvis will. If they put him in general population, somebody's gonna give him just what he gave out.
He looked like he was kind of limping in on one of those
That's what I
days.
was telling you the other day, SP. He got his tail whipped.
You think? I hope.
Yeah, he looked like he was just limping in there, but like when he called King wasn't locked up yet. And when he called King, they were all on the phone. He was probably in protective custody because them boys got on the phone and they was like, "Hey, King, hey, Cornroll or whatever your name is, Cordell, Cornroll, whatever." And they was all happy to hear from him. And so they know what these boys doing. You know what I'm saying? But birds of a feather flock together, you guys. And I'm going to tell you something. Y'all, these people, what makes me cringe? I'm going to say this. What makes me cringe more than anything, we as females,
We don't stick together like the men do.
we know this stuff, and we will be like, no, I believe. We don't not ever want to think the worst, and that's exactly what it is. It'd be like you can just see that they conditioned this child, and she's doing what they doing and they doing, and you can just see Shannon doing some of the texting. You can just see that she done spent a lot of time with this man, and they know. Let me tell you something about women, especially women that make sure they know what their man is doing. They know. They know when he looks at a woman. They know what he's interested in. They know. They're not going to have that man around that woman too long because they know. They know already.
That's for sure.
I don't care. I don't even have to. Girl, my man start acting funny. I be looking at him asking questions. And I just look at him. If we go out or something, he'll glance at something. But if he glances too long or whatever, I got to go to the bathroom or something. Well, I'm going to make sure he goes to the bathroom without stopping and asking for directions.
Right.
Because I'm going to look. I'm going to look because that's mine.
Right.
I don't have to get crazy or indignant about it, I'll just, But I'll pay attention. Now, if we're sitting there and we're just eating and we're having a good time and, his eyes is not wandering all over the place and he say, I got to go to the bathroom. Girl, I can sit there and eat my salad and not even look up. But if he studies something too long and he wants to go that direction, oh, yeah, you better not stop. You better not.
That's right. But SP, and this is another thing that I wanted to say too. Oh my God, I got so much stuff that's running through my mind. If he only just got picked up, Nazaria will be here. And the baby was giving us all types of clues.
Yeah.
She lost her glasses. She put them in there. Come on now, she wanted somebody to find her.
Well, we don't know. We don't know.
I know this. If the sister knew what kind of person her brother was,
she knew.
She could have saved Nazia's life right then. Because he shouldn't have been around no children.
She knew. She knew what her brother was. He done been in prison for 5 years.
And that 5 years didn't teach you no lesson.
Yeah.
Girl, okay, so I was looking at the girlfriend, that had the car, that had the baby by Jarvis.
Uh-huh.
That girlfriend.
Uh-huh.
So I was looking at her today, and when she said, well, I knew that he was cheating because I was doing it too. And everybody just went, you can hear the gasp, in the courtroom.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa, okay, well, I'm going to share that one, with SP, and I was going to share it with the family, but, if y'all, man, I'm trying to tell y'all, that trucker looking at some time, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely looking at some time.
Yeah, and he's going to get every bit of it, too. They're not going to let him go. This is what I was going to tell you guys. Now, he needs, you can kind of tell he's going to get this time. They're not going to let him go, no matter what. So, if he wants to make a deal and tell the truth, oh, my goodness, I hope he do. I pray to God I hope he go ahead and tell the truth and say what happened and whoop-de-whoop. And I'm going to tell you something. Just so that it'll knock off sometime, maybe 25 years, may knock off, maybe even knock off 50 years and he get 50 years. But tell the truth. Because, 50 years and he's already, 40-something? He ain't going to live. He'd live to be 90-something. Go on out there and get you a Social Security check and you ain't going to get that much, and live on the street or whatever. But tell the truth so everybody that was in that child's life can get some of that time. That's what they need.
Yes, Lord.
And you know what I'm saying?
They were begging for him, at the other trial. They was asking him then, tell us where she at, Jarvis. He said word. He got up and limped off with his, don't you say it. Don't you say it. With his nasty tail.
I think he's gonna tell. I think he's gonna tell. I've been saying that. I think he's gonna tell. I think he's gonna tell. He's gonna.
Jarvis I don't think he's built to do this kind of time.
I don't either. He's got his head down. He ain't said nothing. And when his sister was up there, no, not when his sister was up. When they was talking about Naziah asked him about a threesome, his attorney, the black dude, the big black attorney, the defense attorney, looked over at the other attorney. They just looked at each other. And, you could just tell they like, dang, dude. I mean, you doing too much.
Right.
You just doing too much. And they didn't want to shake their head. They just looked at each other and was like, Lord. You know what I'm saying?
Like, what have we gotten ourselves into?
Yeah, like they don't even want to represent him. You can tell that. And
I'll be surprised if at least one of them don't quit before the trial's over.
they're public defenders.
Or they both. That don't mean you can't quit.
Yeah, well, you can't just quit because you just want to quit. It's gotta be a reason.
I mean, look on the Corey Dixon case. Jeff Ambrose said I can't do it.
But he wasn't public defender.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that is true.
See, he said he basically said we done came to an agreement that we just not gonna agree, and you know, like you're gonna fight for somebody's life or something, and you know, like you want to question, yeah, you want to question the mama, and the defendant saying no, you can't question her. He was like, what the heck? What do you mean? You fighting for your life and you saying that this mama wasn't around and this mama, this man. He said, leave her out of your mouth. And he was like, man, you know, if you're not telling me the truth, I can't represent you because everybody can get it right now. You're fighting for your life.
Right.
And I can't fight for your life if you won't fight for your life. And so what did Corey do? Corey told him, man, just leave. I don't want you to represent me no more. We're not coming to no agreement. We got no understanding. And they both went in there, and the judge was like, okay.
Well, let me slide this in your ear. King ain't gonna be there for long.
King?
Yeah, King ain't gonna be there for long.
No. I don't know what King is in there for.
He's in there for an assault.
Right, but I mean, he done did assaults before. Domestic violence. He was in there.
Did it again.
I know he went to prison for assault, so he was off of his probation and parole. So
Well, I don't know what he's in there for this time. I don't know.
if King wanted some less time, King better go ahead and tell.
Man, if I was King, I would go chirp like a bird and get my tail up out of there.
Yeah.
Well, didn't you say King's on a tether?
He was. He's not no more. He got off of it in March.
Because now, and because of his job, he could be on a special type of, he could have a special agreement with probation or whatever.
His agreement was.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
His agreement was he can at 6 in the morning he can leave the house and he has to be back home by 9.
Right.
Something like
my
that.
stepson was on a tether.
Mm-hmm.
He could do that. He could leave at, I think it was like 5:30 because his job he had to be, and he had a 9 o'clock curfew. What he couldn't do was leave outside of Detroit, Wayne County.
Yeah.
Like Ypsilanti.
Yeah.
He couldn't go to Ypsilanti without getting permission from his parole office.
Well, they didn't charge him with that.
I don't know what he's in jail for.
You know. Because it's only about 40 minutes away, you know.
Right. But it's outside the county. Like that. When
It could be.
my stepson was on, but because of his job, he could have special permission, They might have a lot of customers there or whatever, and they may have to travel there a lot.
I want to know what happened Valentine's night, y'all.
Well, what are you talking? What in 2023?
Yeah.
I don't know because Jarvis was in jail on February the 7th, and February the 13th, King was in jail.
So you think think it was her finding out King was in jail?
What? When the sister said something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's just weird that you wouldn't have reacted when you heard your brother was in jail, and if you knew what it was about, why wouldn't you have contacted the police then? Why would you wait till King is in jail to contact the police?
Well, she talked to King before he went to jail. She went up there to the shop and she asked King what was going on, and they got Jarvis, and they talking about this little girl that's come up missing, saying it was this Naziah, and isn't that your niece, King? And King said no, that was Naziah. So King told her way before the 13th.
So yeah, that's weird that you just decided on that day to start calling about that.
Well, that's because they ain't told.
Before.
That's because she knew that she went to that gas station.
Shop
Yeah,
on that day.
yeah, and she was right in front of that little girl, and she don't want to be involved in all of that. She didn't want to tell on her. She didn't want to really just tell on her bro. Shoot.
Well, honey, I hate to say it, but you in this world together, baby.
That's why when people come to me talking about, could you do me a favor and all my favors, I'm done. I'm done. No, I'm not doing nothing for free. Don't get me involved. Don't call me when you got, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Because you'll have me wrapped up in your stuff.
Yes, Lord.
And then I'll be sitting there trying to figure out how to get out of a problem I didn't have.
I was just being nice to you.
Exactly.
Right.
You know, kind of just like, remember we were just talking about that this morning, and you said, remember that girl said that, my boss sent that text message, and I was trying to figure out who she was talking to or talking about. I did not know who she was talking to or talking about, and I was like, man, I wouldn't let somebody talk like that to me. Who was she talking to? That was so disrespectful. And then come to find out she was trying to address it to me. You see what I did, right? Girl, bye. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not even gonna give you an excuse. But you'll know from now on not to talk to your workers like that, especially when somebody's 100% behind you. Because I don't have to be behind you, and I know I can go somewhere else. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because that's messy. You see what I'm saying? I'm over here helping y'all. You know what I mean? Had no reason in the world to put a message out there like that, and thought I was just going to work under that kind of condition. Think about it. I have respect for myself. And if you'll sit there and throw these endos at me in a undirected way, and I don't know who you even talking to or talking about, because remember, Zan, I called you, and what did I say? I was like, who was she talking to? I couldn't figure out. I was like, what happened? Well, I worked last night, nothing happened, so what is she even talking about? This woman went completely off. Talking about you ain't doing this, and if you doing this, and I heard that, and you gonna have to deal with me directly. And I was like, what the heck? Who's she talking to? I was like, I will not get reprimanded like that ever in life. If somebody talked to me like that, I'm out. And come to find out, I was like, you was directing that towards me? Girl, bye. I'll see you later. Deuces.
Not today. Not today.
I said, I don't care how much money you sending me, bringing me in, and I'm coming in. You know what? I will not be talked to that way today and no other day. There's just certain things you don't let just get,
Don't tolerate.
you don't tolerate. when you start tolerating it, they're just trying to condition you to tolerate their behavior. So when they get in front of somebody, they'll just come and say, "Oh, Zan, by the way, you need to clean up that mess over there. And you know what? Get on your hands and your knees or whatever." And then you be like, oh. Well, why you feeling kind of froggy? I talk to you like this on the chat. I talk like this in front of all your other co-workers and co-partners and all that. So now why you got a problem? You didn't have a problem before. They was like, "What's wrong? What's wrong, SP?" Shoot, you know what? You don't know. Well, guess what? You'll figure it out. And if you don't figure it out, good. Maybe you won't have no workers when you get done. But I ain't going to tell you. Because you thought it was okay. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You haven't figured out yet how to talk to somebody. You're sitting here talking to a grown woman. First of all, to put a text out there. Instead of coming to me saying, "Hey, I wonder did this happen, or I heard this, or such and such." Okay. You just acted on it, and it was not so. It was not, and you know what? I felt to myself, I said, for me to sit there and defend myself, it would have been a dishonor to myself. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm begging. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you.
I'm not going to sit there and be like, "Well, by the way, Betty Boop, this didn't happen and that didn't happen." And you sitting there going, "Well, that's what I heard. You know what? You said what you said. And I came to you and I said, that is not true. I don't even know what you're talking about. And is that what you think?" And then I wanted to know what she think. She was like, "Well, if I thought that, I would have already wrote you up." Girl, you thought it because you said it. Before when it comes out of your mouth, that means you've not already thought about it.
Right.
You've already thought about it.
Got you twisted, don't they, SP?
Everybody do, but it's
That's
okay.
what I had. That's the only question that I had. But yeah, your boy there. I hate to say it, but that's your boy, Jarvis. He's looking at the same thing that SP man looking at.
No.
Now,
But anyway, I was gonna let y'all do know that Young Thug is in trouble again.
I heard.
Yeah, so we'll.
Young Scooter or whatever his name is.
I don't know why. Somebody let me know that. Yeah, I haven't had time. I've been following this case right here.
Cause Young Scooter was killed. Well, Young Scooter. He's from Atlanta, and he fell on his leg. And when you fall on your leg, it popped the artery or whatever, and it killed him. So I heard that Young Thug got up on the tweets and was saying something. I don't know exactly what he was saying.
Yeah, he said something about somebody lied or I guess it was a threat out there. They call it a threat.
But if I was Young Thug, I wouldn't have said nothing.
Yeah, like I said, sometimes you just gotta mind your own business.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she didn't think you would stand up to the chaos. Well, a lot of it I don't stand up to it, but sometimes you just gotta walk away. That's one thing about when you learn how to play poker. It's a really good game to learn how to play because you gotta learn to walk away. And it, because you can always have another day.
Well,
sitting there, "Oh, well, I'm going to stay here and I'm going to tolerate this." Well, if your boss is your boss, that's your boss. If you ain't got no respect with your boss, you might as well go ahead and go. Pack your bags and go. You got no respect. That's just life. And it is easy to just go move around until you find something that's for you.
There you go. But anyway, ladies, I'm going to jump off of here.
Alrighty.
Jen, it was nice talking to you one more time.
It was nice talking to you too, sweetheart.
All right. SP,
Alrighty.
you take it good and easy.
All right.
Love y'all.
Love you.
Love you too.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna stay on here long. Y'all got me on here long.
I'm sorry. Well, I'm gonna go back to the chat. So
I was only gonna stay on here.
No.
I was only gonna stay on here 1 hour. We done stayed on here for 2 hours, girl. But I just wanted to share all those little bitty things that was coming out, because I did not know that Naziah was talking about her brother's girlfriend. That was surprising.
You can see that Jarvis really groomed her, because she's talking like an adult about sexual stuff.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, go back and when you listen to the preliminary and they start reading those text messages, sometimes they're gonna say, okay, and then Jarvis called the phone and no answer. And it's right after the text message, and I'm like, why
would nobody answer?
Yeah, why she didn't answer? If she's so, I love you, I want to cuddle, I want you, let's do it, let's F right today. Why you not answering, girl? That's when you're supposed to answer and be smiling, right?
Right.
Hey, ain't that how you do it?
Yeah.
I mean,
I got him.
Yeah, I can text my husband and say, "Oh, I want to do something tonight or whatever, and don't you want to do this tonight?" And girl, if he called me, I'm gonna say, "Hello."
And Pop breaking his neck to get home.
Yeah. Or he open up the door. What you want, girl? You know what I'm saying? You ready? I'm on my way. Of course, if he calls me, I don't answer. He gonna be sitting there saying, "You playing?"
What the hell?
Yeah. I mean, we used to be young. That's why I was saying I cringe when us women know how to rattle and shake somebody up, and then we don't shake them up and don't answer. We shake them up and then we be ready for that phone call. And if they call, we be like, cause a lot of times he wouldn't answer his phone. A lot of times she would text him and he wouldn't text back. And then she would say, she wouldn't even say let's make love. She was like, I want to F, and he wouldn't even text back. He's like, oh girl, you just playing, you just this, you just that.
Right.
Shoot. Miss Didi and Tina laughing. I ain't playing. I can text my husband right now and say, let's get it on. And girl, he'll call my phone and he'll say, what you wanna do? I was like, Lord have mercy. What have I done? But that's how that works. You know what I'm saying? You know how it works. Whether it's a straight relationship or a gay relationship, that's how that works. If somebody texts you and was like, I'm cooking some of this and I'm cooking some of that and I got this on, I done took a shower and all this other stuff, and I'm thinking about you and I want to F, and you feeling some kind of way, what you gonna do? You gonna sit there and keep texting them? What you gonna do, Zan?
Probably not.
What you gonna do?
You know who it is. I'm gonna probably call him.
You gonna call him, right?
Call him. Yeah.
And what if they don't answer the phone?
Oh, they gonna answer.
See what I'm saying? Cause,
They
cause
gonna
if,
answer.
cause if they don't answer, you're gonna be like, oh, forget you. You playing.
Right.
Cause that's what your intention is, to get them their attention. You know how to get their attention.
Right.
You know? So,
Anybody that knows you well knows how to get your attention.
yeah. So once they get your attention and you call and you don't answer the phone, you be like, shoot. Man, like you don't woke the bear up. Now I gotta go take care of some stuff. You don't do that.
Yeah. But again, I say that nobody in their right mind, nobody, is going to be texting a phone that is being shared by two women and you're sleeping with both of them. That's just stupid.
Well, true.
So he was just very careless, very, like, I feel like you only utilize women that either had self-esteem issues and would take whatever you put out, or,
Well, I think that's why I said Shannon knew, and so she would let her use her phone. But Shannon was doing a lot of that herself. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
and seeing how he was gonna talk, because she would one time she had texted him, and I guess they had not done anything that night. And you know what I'm saying? But maybe she was out, or she was over her girlfriend's house or something. Shannon must have thought that, because the text said to Jarvis, I need a plan. It said, good morning, such and such, you up? Yeah. I need a plan B. And he was like, what? What you need a plan B for? We ain't, you know what I'm saying? He thinking, what you need a plan B for? Remember we were talking about that?
Right.
And then he was like, what you need a plan B for? And then he was like, we ain't did nothing. I ain't done, like, I ain't did this in
Right.
you. She probably gave him some head or something, but I ain't did. You don't need a plan B. And then she says, oh, woo. You see what I'm saying? Because he did actually say, she said that he gets what he wants, like she wants to cuddle, and she said he just want an F, and it's what he wants. And he said, then why you talking about cuddling then? He said he just want his D sucked. And so he was asking her, why you want me to get you a plan B when I didn't do that in you like that? You know what I mean?
Right.
Shannon did not know that. Shannon probably thought they did, the horizontal way. And so therefore she gonna text, I need a plan B. That girl didn't, unless she didn't know what a plan B means.
I felt like she didn't understand how they work, because if you recall, she was still asking about a plan B in November.
Yeah.
After she had told him the end of September, beginning of October, that she was pregnant.
See, that's
Like,
what
you think they work always?
I think every time when they did something, she thought she was, she would get pregnant.
You think?
Yeah. I don't think she really knew, like, you can do it 50 million times and still don't get pregnant. It all depends on, when you ovulate and all this other stuff.
Right.
But I don't think she knew, what was really going on. We're talking about a 13-year-old.
Right, right.
I didn't know that stuff when I was 13. But
Yeah, I agree.
I did know, not just because we do it, I'm going to get pregnant. I knew that.
Right.
But they didn't have no plan B back in the day. You know,
Oh, yes, I know.
you either was pregnant and you carried the baby, or you went and took care of it. You know.
Yeah, I just got the impression that she didn't understand how a plan B works. And I could be wrong.
Well, remember
But
she
that
said
was
that one
just
thing and said, you can't go get me a pregnancy test, but you can go get a plan B.
the plan B, right.
So she must have done a plan B before, but did not know how it worked.
Yeah, that's what I believe she would do anything that he told her. Which is why I feel like if he told her to drink something that it was going to get rid of the baby, she would have done that.
Yeah.
With no questions asked. Even if it was nasty, she would have drunk it. And the time you realize that it wasn't working right, it would be too late.
Yeah. But I'm gonna say this: if Jarvis goes out and tells why he called this person at this time and called that person at that time, and they went over here, went over there, for them lying to the police, them people,
everybody should be charged.
they not only gonna be charged, but they gonna do some time just for lying.
I feel like Shannon and Annette deserve it.
If they can't,
I feel like they knew the danger that they, just knowing that he was a predator, you put all those kids in danger.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just knowing that. And having those kids around him. They should be charged.
But, they said that the family, one of the family members named Janelle, had made reports to them about
exactly.
that. And
children and youth didn't do anything.
And he's a registered offender. He shouldn't even be around kids. Period.
Exactly. And children and youth, whoever took them calls and didn't go out and be assigned, should be terminated.
Yeah. Crazy. He just over there, kids just running around him and all. And they should have known something was going to happen. They should have known.
And all those women that got kids that had him around should be charged. Not just Shannon. Every charge.
Right.
Because you got to be desperate you got to be desperate for a man to put your kids around a predator.
Exactly. Real desperate.
I'm gonna let you get off this phone, SP. I know I done kept you on here.
Yeah, the phone, the computer done went off and jumped back on and everything. It's doing some stuff. I'm gonna go get me something to eat.
All right, sweetheart. Yeah, I just had me some more fried cabbage.
All right.
You have you a good night. Good night, family. Everybody.
All righty.
I will talk to y'all later. All right.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Hey, family. I'm finna get off of here. We had good conversation. I wasn't gonna stay on here long, but our conversation was really good. I liked the young lady calling in and giving us her input of what she thought and everything. You guys just think about all the information that we're putting out. We're just putting out just the facts. I'm just sharing it with you guys as I get it, and if it's important for you guys to know, we're gonna share it. All right. Be good, you guys. Be great and be nice to each other. Bye.